Welcome children. Take out your civics book. Local self-government. Urban local institution. Today's topic is urban bodies, Nagar Panchayat. Some other local self-governing bodies working in several small towns were known as town area committee or notified area committee. Now some local self-governing bodies which work in small towns, they were known as the town area committee or notified area committee. The 74th Constitution Amendment Act designates them as Nagar Panchayat, and the 74th Constitution Amendment Act called them as Nagar Panchayat. Nagar Panchayat. The members of the Nagar Panchayats are elected by the adult citizens registered as voter. Now, how are the members of Nagar Panchayat elected? They are elected by the adult citizens who are voters who are registered voters. As seats in proportion to their population, 1/3 of the total seats shall be reserved for women. Now, SCs in proportion to their population and 1/3 seats are kept reserved for the women. The functions of Nagar Panchayats are more or less the same as those of municipal. Now, functions of Nagar Panchayat, they are either more or less as same as the municipal committee, namely supply of safe drinking water, maintenance of hospitals and dispensaries. Now, supply of safe drinking water to maintain the hospitals and dispensaries, cleaning and lightening public streets, maintaining primary or secondary schools and registrations of birth and death certificate. Now, cleaning and lightening the public streets, then maintaining primary or secondary schools and registrations of the birth and death certificate. Their sources of income are octroi duty, tax on property and cattle, and grant in aid some state government. Now, what are the source of income? They are octroi duty, taxes on property and cattle, and grant in aid from state government. Now, cantonment board. Cantonment board have been set up in those areas where armed forces personnel are living. Now, cantonment board, where they are set up? They are set up in those areas where the armed forces personnel they live. They are the personal 62 cantonment boards in the. Now, they are what? They present. There are 62 cantonment boards in the country. The cantonment boards comprises elected. Now, cantonment board, they are comprises of elected, nominated and ex officio members who functions under the administrative and financial control of the Army General Officer in command. Now, cantonment boards in the country and cantonment board, what they comprise of? They comprise of elected, nominated or the ex officio members. And what is their work? They functions of the administrative financial control of the Army General Office in command. The term of elected members of the cantonment board is 5 years. Now, cantonment board, the members of cantonment board, they are elected for a period of 5 years. The cantonment boards look after the health, welfare and security of the people living in. Now, cantonment boards, what they look after? They look after the health, welfare and security of the people who live there. They also see that important services such as water, electricity or gas are provided for everyone. Now, they even look for the important services, that is water, electricity or gas, which are provided for everyone. Cantonment boards are being funded by the Ministry. Now, cantonment boards, who fund them? The Ministry of Defence gives them fund. With prior approval of the government, they could impose such taxes as are being levied by municipality. Now, with prior approval of the government, they can impose some taxes, that is, which are levied by the municipalities. Now, port trust. Kandla, Mumbai, New Mangalore and Cochin are some of the major ports of West Coast. Now, Kandla, Mumbai, New Mangalore and Cochin, what are they? They are some big ports of the West Coast. Chennai, that is Madras, is one of the oldest ports on the East Coast. Chennai, which was called Madras, it is one of the oldest port on the East Coast. Visakhapatnam and Kolkata are other major ports in the East Coast. Now, Visakhapatnam and Kolkata, they are other major ports which are on the East Coast. Port trusts have been set up in port areas that provide civic amenities and welfare services to the people. Now, civic amenity, port trusts, they are set up in the port area to provide the civic amenities and welfare services to the people who live there. Each port trust has a board of trustees representing various interests connected to the shipping industries and port operation. Now, each trust, what they have, each trust that has board of trustees which represent various interests which are connected to the shipping industries and even port operation. Members of the city corporation also have their representatives on the port. Now, members of city corporation, what they have, they even have some representatives on the port trust. An important function of port trust is to see that all type of cargo traffic is properly handled at the port. Now, an important function of port trust, what is it? It is to see that all types of cargo traffic, they are properly handled at the port of North. Now, improvement trust. Apart from the municipal corporation, and improvement trust or a development authorities is constituted in large city. Now, apart from this municipal corporation, another improvement trust, or you can tell development authority, it is also constituted in the large city. The main objective of an improvement trust is to properly plan all types of construction. Now, what is the main work of this improvement trust? It is to plan all types of construction. Buildings, roads, shopping centers, flyovers and bridges. Now, what they would construct, that is building, roads, shopping centers, flyovers and even bridges in a city. Some representatives of the municipal committee are always assigned. Now, some representatives of this municipal committee, they are also linked with this improvement trust. Some of the trust members are nominated by the, now some trust members, they are also nominated by the government. Now, problems of the urban local government. Now, there are some problems, there are some problems that causes difficulties in the urban local government. Now, some problems are there which causes difficulty in urban local bodies, such as paucity of funds, undue interference of state authorities, pressure from political leaders and rapid increase in population of city. Now, what we are saying, that is paucity of funds, undue interference of state authority, then pressure from political leader, and then rapid increase in population of the city because of the migration from people to urban, rural to urban area. The urbanization process poses considerable problems to urban local. Now, urbanization process, what it causes? It poses some considerable problems to the urban local authority. The housing problem is aggravated and difficulties have been experienced in the supply of water. Now, housing problem, they are aggravated and difficulty they are experienced in the supply of water and electricity. It has led to congestion of traffic and also added to environment. What it has led? It has led to congestion of traffic and even added to this environmental. Moreover, law and order problem is getting from bad to worse. Now, moreover, law and order problem, what is getting? It is getting the worst. Then back to worse it is getting. This calls for a racial change in the functioning of law. Now, it causes a racial change in the functioning of the local authority. Nagar Palika Act, the 74th Constitution Amendment Act added Schedule 12 to the Constitution. Now, 74 Amendment Act, what it has added? It has added a Schedule 12 to the Constitution. The new Nagar Palika Acts provides for. Now, what the new Nagar Palika Acts provides? Reservation of seats in every municipalities for scheduled caste. It provides reservation of seats in every municipalities for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and even for the women. Devolution of powers and responsibility upon the municipalities in respect of the preparation of plans for economic development and levying of taxes. Now, devolution of powers and the responsibilities is among the municipalities in respect of the preparations of the plans for this economic development and to levy the taxes. An assured duration of 5 years plan. Then availability of fund from the consolidated fund. Now, some availability of funds are there which come from the consolidated funds of the state. Now, take out your diary, right? Local self-government, urban local institution. Topic, urban bodies, Nagar Panchayat. Explained, homework, revise it. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.